I'm Stacy Brooks, and this is Jesse Prince, and we're both with the Lisa McPherson Trust in Clearwater, Florida. The Lisa McPherson Trust, or the LMT as we call it, is a Scientology watchdog organization whose purpose is to help people who've been abused by Scientology. Today, Jesse and I are going to demonstrate what Scientology calls the training routines, or TRs. Scientologists are taught that the TRs are designed to help them communicate better with other people. Critics of Scientology feel that the TRs create a hypnotic state in a person or a trance-like state in a person that makes them more easy to manipulate or to control. Today, Jesse and I are going to demonstrate these TRs, and you can make your own decision about what they do.
The first one we're going to do is called OTTR0, which stands for Operating Thetan 0. And the training stress of this exercise is two people sit facing each other with their eyes closed without twitching or moving or using a system or a body part to be there comfortably.
And this is what OTTR0 looks like.
Ready? Okay.
In an actual training routine, this would go on for many hours, sometimes days. People talk about sitting here with their eyes closed and starting to feel very lightheaded, starting to hallucinate, and they have to sit there with their eyes closed, as we just demonstrated, until they no longer feel these kinds of things, until they can just sit here comfortably and not hallucinate or feel lightheaded or anything like that. And as I said, sometimes this takes days for a person to be able to get to that point. Once a person has passed OTTR0, they're ready to move on to the next TR, which is TR0.
TR0 is very similar to OTTR0, with the exception that when we sit across from each other, this time we have our eyes open and we're just facing each other.
I'm going to be the coach here for this TR0. And so what that means is that if Jesse does any kind of unnecessary blinking, or if he looks away for even an instant, or looks down, or does anything other than sitting there facing me comfortably, I'm going to flunk him, and then we'll have to restart the drill. So here we go. This is TR0. Start. Okay, flunk. You scratched your nose.
Okay.
Start. Flunk, you looked away. Start. Flunk, you're squirming in your chair. Start. Okay, Flunk, you sneezed. Start.
Alrighty then.
Okay, Flunk, you talked.
Oh.
Start. Flunk, you're closing your eyes. Start. Okay, that's a pass. Normally, this goes on for hours at a time, days at a time, until a person can actually sit there just facing another person, never looking away, blinking very little, never talking, never doing anything. I think TR0 is probably the TR that critics of Scientology find most disturbing. It's in this TR that a person really develops a fairly unblinking look at other people that people in the streets of Clearwater, for example, have commented on, the Scientologists that they pass in the street, basically are using their TRs on the people that they see as they're walking down the street. Now, once a person has passed TR0, they're ready to move on to the next training routine, which is TR0 bull baited.
On TR0 bull bait, the coach attempts to distract the student or break concentration in any way. And if he does that, then the student is given a flunk, and the drill is started again until the person can sit there having fingers pointed very close to his eye, being yelled at, screamed at, jokes, whatever, until he can just sit there and not react to it.
Now in this drill, Jesse's going to be the coach and I'll be the student. So Jesse's going to bull bait me until I can sit here comfortably no matter what he does.
Ready?
Yeah.
Start. You have an eye tick. Flunk, you flinched. Start. You have an eye tick. Flunk, you flinched. Start. You have an eye tick. Okay, flunk, you weren't as bad as you were before. You're getting better at it. Ready? Start. You have an eye tick. Oh, you really think you're smart now, huh? You really? Okay. Flunk for smiling. Start. Oh, you really think you're smart now, huh? You really think you have it together, huh? Why your eye jumping around like that? Flunk for smiling. Okay. Start. Oh, Lord, my head is hurting so bad. Pay attention when I'm speaking. Flunk for smiling. Start. Look at you. Looking like some bedpan in a mental institution. Well. Flunk for smiling. Start. You really think you got it together now, don't you? Be careful. Be careful, I could be dangerous. Is that your mother over there? Is that your mother in the corner? What's your mom doing over there? She needs to be home. Oh, goodness gracious, the dog is eating the cat. See? The dog's eating the cat. Okay, that's a pass. You did real good.
Thanks. Well, now I'm to the point where I can be here comfortably no matter what somebody's throwing at me. Now it's time to go on to TR1, which Jesse will explain.
TR1 is called Dear Alice. And what we do in TR1 is we read lines from the book Alice in Wonderland to each other. And the purpose is to be able to clearly read these lines as if you're saying them yourself and not reading them.
What I'm doing is I'm giving Jesse some pages out of the book Alice in Wonderland, and he'll pick phrases out of these sheets from the book. Okay, Jesse, you ready to start?
Yes.
Okay, start.
When I'm a duchess, I won't have any pepper in my kitchen at all.
Okay, flunk, you look down and we're reading it instead of giving it to me.
Okay.
All right, start.
All right. When I'm a duchess, I won't have any pepper in my kitchen at all.
Flunk, you were fidgeting while you were giving me the command. Start.
When I'm a duchess, I won't have any pepper in my kitchen at all.
Good.
Pepper always makes people...
Okay, flunk, you flubbed the command. Start.
Okay. Maybe it's pepper that always makes people hot-tempered.
Good.
I only wish people knew that.
Good.
Somebody said it's done by everyone minding their own business.
Okay, flunk, you were looking down at the page again.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, start.
Okay. Somebody said that it was done by everybody minding their own business.
Okay, flunk, you were looking off to the side.
Okay.
Okay, start.
Somebody said it was done by everybody minding their own business.
Good.
Oh, well, it means much the same thing.
Okay, flunk, you were looking off again. Now keep your TR0 in when you're doing this.
Okay.
All right, start.
Ah, well, it means pretty much the same thing.
Good,
How fond she is of finding morals in things.
good.
I dare say I'm wondering why you don't put your arm around my waist.
Okay, flunk, you just were fidgeting while you were giving me the command.
Oh, you're right, okay.
Start.
I dare say you were wondering why I didn't put my arm around your waist.
Good,
I'm doubtful about the temperament of your flamingo.
good. Okay, that's a pass.
Thank you.
Now that Jesse's passed his TR1 drill, we're ready to go on to TR2.
I'll read you a little bit about TR2 here. TR2 is known as the Acknowledgements TR, and the purpose is to teach the student that an acknowledgement is a method of controlling a person's communication and that an acknowledgement is a full stop. So we're just going to read again from the Dear Alice book. This time I'll be the coach and I'll read lines from the Dear Alice book, and Stacy has to give me an acknowledgement, and the acknowledgement has to be a full stop. In other words, it has to terminate that communication and we move on to something else. All right, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, start. It's a mineral, I think.
Okay.
Flunk. You didn't acknowledge me and you didn't confront me either when you did it.
Okay.
Ready? Okay, start. It's a mineral, I think.
Okay.
Good. Only mustard isn't a bird.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to flunk you for not acknowledging soon enough. There was a lag between the time